I almost wrote one. I almost wrote on this one.
That's my original white hair. I'm gonna go up right now.
Smith is outside.
ठीक है यार, ठीक है यार, तुम्हारे लोग के लिए कर रहा हूँ. There you go, see? Hey, what is this? Why is the whole room empty?
सोम एक जगह रखना, मैं एक लाऊं.
That's how I do.
This is Oracle. He's Telugu brother. And you met Ashley, right? Let me get you some. I just opened it.
All right.
Hey folks, my name is Santa Kishore. Background in electrical engineering, work for an IT firm here in Alfreda. Give it up for my awesome co-host here, Dhaval.
Hi guys, this is Dhaval Falguni, sponsored by Venkat and Nusha from Detroit. By background, I'm in software engineering, business analyst, and I have an MBA. And my wife and I are coming out of Marietta, Georgia. And here's back to our host.
Woohoo! Man, he has too many degrees. Okay, so how many of you guys are excited here? Mixed response. Wow. What do you think? You think the leftmost person are excited or the right ones?
Here. I think my side is
your side? Okay, this is my side. Okay, this side is more excited. That's what I think. Yeah. You guys excited? Yeah. Come on, guys. How many of you guys excited on this side?
Yeah.
Wow, look at that.
All right, but you guys are ready on this side? Come on, who's excited?
That was a sound from your mic, okay? Alright, now who's excited? We gotta win, guys. Come on, we gotta win, okay? Who's excited here? 1, 2, 3, oh! Come on.
I think we can do still better. All right, you guys ready? All right, come on, who's excited?
Man, I'm cheating. I think all of these are my guys. How about that? Both sides are excited.
Yes.
Right? Alright, whole room, whole house. How many of you guys are excited? Come on. Come on. Tear the roof down. Come on, who's excited?
All right, guys, we're gonna kick it off. What we want to do is we're gonna recognize people who are here for the very first time to the team meeting. Okay, so now who is here for the very first team meeting? Please stand up. Just stand up. We want to recognize you. Give them a round of applause. Come on, guys. Awesome. Great. Have a seat. Great. So you guys are in for a treat, right? So, and then what we want to do is, anybody from out of town? Anybody drove from more than 1 hour?
Getting lost counts.
Okay. Coming, Georgia. Okay. Yeah. I like to call it going, because I feel like from Marietta I'm going to somewhere, So, all right. So that's far. Yeah. Great. So, well, I'm gonna pass it back to Skanda so he can share some announcement before we kick it off.
Awesome. So most of you guys are here close by. So that's good. So guys, basic ground rules. Okay, we're going to have an awesome team meeting today. It's going to be a marathon of fun and learning. So my biggest recommendation here would be, please switch off your mobile phones. Okay, let me do that first. How about that? See here. Right? Or put it on best put it on flight mode. Okay. But I know that some of you might be getting some important calls. If you are expecting some important calls, either take one of the aisle seats or probably one in the end. Okay. But right now I want to fill up all the front rows. I still see that there's probably 1 or 2 seats.
Yeah. One seat here. Oh, yeah.
All right, I was about to make that announcement, and these people have already figured it out. Okay, so the restrooms are outside. You go up straight near the reception on the left side. Okay, that's where the restrooms are, and yeah, so we have water right here, guys. Okay, if any of you get thirsty, the water is right here. Okay, and I want to hand it back up to my co-host here.
All right, it's my honor and privilege to invite our diamonds, Mega Jyoti Prakash Diamonds in Atlanta, to kick it off the team meeting. Here is Joel and Asha Vakil.
Awesome. All right, how many people really had a great day at work? Nobody. All right, awesome. How many people would love to have 6 Saturdays and 1 Sunday for the rest of their life? All right. So you are here for a mission, okay? Don't drag your work pressure, your tension that you have, your fight that you had with your spouse, or whatever it is. Don't drag it in here. Is that okay? All right? For the new people, for the first timers, congratulations. Okay, this was a new environment for you. You still made it. Now make sure you learn. Okay? Because what people are going to be sharing with you is small nuggets. In fact, there's going to be a lot of nuggets, but they're going to be small in quantity. But you got to pick it up all at once. You might miss out something, that's okay, but get the gist of it. Okay, because if you want to make $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 per year, you got to learn something new. And this is where you do it. For the people who've been in the business for some time, all right, this is Simple thing. I remember my initial team meetings. I knew I had to learn, but I was always looking at my downline. Is he getting it? Is he writing? Is he taking notes? Is he laughing at the jokes? Right? And I missed the boat completely. You are here for yourself, not for your downline. You did the work to bring your downlines here, your guests here, that's done. Now, when the time starts, you are here for yourself. Is that okay? Because ultimately, it doesn't matter who builds the business in your team, as long as you are building it, you can go diamond. And that's when we really started growing. Once we understood what we need to learn is for ourselves, not for our downlines, that's when we started to grow. All right, there's going to be a lot of nuggets coming at you, so be ready, be in the receiving mode. And I always give this example, okay? When your fist is like this and you held it like this, can anybody give you anything? When you open it up, now somebody can offer you something and you can probably take it home. Can you be in the receiving mode? All right? That's the only requirement for you today. I'll hand it off to Asha over here just to share a little bit.
Hey everyone. Well, I know the guys, when you guys were hosting, you said, anybody came here for more than an hour, and the question I had was, does getting lost count? But you guys didn't hear me, so I figured I'll say. So yes, getting lost counts. If you drove an hour just in circles to get here, it's okay. What hats off to you. Hats off that you didn't turn her. Yes, Avery, we're talking about you. We're Joel and Asha, guys. We're excited to be here. You talked about 6 Saturdays and a Sunday. Well, that's what I live right now. 6 Saturdays and a Sunday. And the reason I share that with you is not to sound cocky. The reason I say that is because these were the events where I came in with a couple of jobs, with school, with a lot of things going on in my life, but I came in with my hands like that because I wanted to receive, I wanted to learn, I wanted to be able to go ahead and take all the information I learned from here and implement it in my business so I could get to the 6 Saturdays and a Sunday. Okay, and just the fact that I was able to do that tells you that you can too. The only thing that I want to tell you is how many of you know that FED is coming up, right? There's a major convention coming up. I just want to say thanks to Rashmi and Smita for always having the vision of doing these things around functions, because what this will do is it'll teach you the mechanics, a lot of small things that you need to know before you go to the function. So when you go to the function, it's like pieces of a jigsaw puzzle. Everything comes together and it doesn't take you a whole lot of time to be able to put it together. So I hope you're listening. I hope however your day was, leave it behind, leave it at the door, okay? Sit down, listen, record if possible, take notes, okay? Turn your phones off for a little bit. There is no emergencies, okay? And make the most out of it. We're super excited. I saw the lineup. Everybody that's actually coming up and talking, they have built a business. They know how to do things, okay? Who's the best person to teach you? Somebody that's doing it, right? And these people have the experience. So listen carefully. And then if you have any questions, of course, take the time to sit down with your upline after the session is done so they can answer your questions. Fair enough? Yeah. Say yes. Yeah. This is yes. This is no. Okay, everybody that's coming up, okay, they're professional speakers. At least I think they're professional speakers, but it helps when people are smiling back. So can we do that exercise? Use that muscle to smile. It's okay. Yeah, because if all of you are going to be serious, like I always say when I do this event, right, I'm going to pick on somebody and have them come talk. I'll tell all the speakers, if anybody's staring at you and they're making you uncomfortable, just pick that person. They can come and cover your topic. Okay, so if you don't want to be that person, just smile. Okay, here's back to Joel. We'll get started.
All right, awesome. One last message. When you get out of here, commitment to consistency will yield results. It'll give you the rewards. Your goal is to learn what to do and keep doing it consistently. Whether it's raining, it's sunshine, doesn't matter. Ultimately, you will end up in Rashmi and Smita's lifestyle. It's the promise, all right? But it has to depend on your consistency, all right? Are we ready?
Yes.
Yeah? You are not here for your downline. You are here for yourself, all right? So let's get the show rolling. Let's give it back to the host.
All right, guys. We have a video to kick it off, and over to Avi now for the video.
Alright, how many of you guys want to go there? Wow, this is a team meeting which is going to change everything. Help us go there, guys, okay? Guys, quick announcement. Our timer here is Shiva. Shiva, can you raise your hand? Perfect. He's lean, but mean. Yeah. Alright, guys, let's get started. Okay, I'm gonna, this is a good time to take out your notebooks, phone, notepad, whatever you're going to use, because you're going to have a lot of nuggets coming at you, like how Chalant and Asha were mentioning. Right, so I'm going to invite the first speaker here. Okay, incredible speakers here. These guys they have background in fast food selling. They're incredibly successful with that, and they're also mega platinums in this business. Okay, moving on in a big way, and they're going to come here to share their experience. Here's up to Barkat and Shaheen.
Hello, this is Barkat and Shines, sponsored by Smith, Madhya Bajal, Devang and Tejal. Guys, we are so excited. First team meeting in the Rashmi level, okay? And the topic what we are going to cover is the dream building. I love this topic so well because before the business, we never had that dream. We had the dream, but we always had the smaller dream, right? We used to have a dream according to our pocket size. If we have $100, we have $100 dream, right? But after joining the business, learning from the leaders, learning from the system and all those things, the dream was growing bigger and bigger. And that's how we started building our dream bigger and bigger. But Barkat is going to cover up here.
Guys, by the way, what you saw the video, we are not selling any Disney tickets. Okay, that's a BWW. It's a fully paid trip by Amway for achievers. That is Q12 platinums, having 7500p volume for the next 12 months. Okay, so we are excited about achievers. We will be part of next year achievers. But we are going to talk about Amway and BWW. And as you know, when we already have a convention business, and when we saw this business, we were already making money. And same, you must be making money whatever you are doing. But to create an extra source of income for us with no educational background, we have to do another business. And for another business, we have to put another investment and all that. But looking at the way the scenario was at that time, it was not worth investing money. So when we saw this opportunity, Amway, why Amway? It was very easy because when we saw the business model, it made sense. We not only saw the business, but we knew that a lot of people, successful people, were already building this business. So why Amway? Because it has a very best track record since 1959. Secondly, it's a web-based business. Low startup cost. Since there is no cost, very minimum risk. There's no risk, I would say, for and there's a presence in 100+ countries. Because what I have a business, it's only restricted to one area. So there's a chances of expanding all around the world. And almost $12 billion in sales. 1 billion is 1,000 million. Okay, how many zeros? Don't ask me. And 1,000+ products are patented, and there are so many pending. So it's a very successful business. We know Amway is very successful. BWW, same way. Proven training and education system. Okay, online resources. So you can do. There are business seminar. Now let me tell you business seminar, because when we invested money in, we had to pay for training. Now imagine we are going to make that money and we are going to pay them royalty also. But over here we have to pay for the training, and the training was $3,000 for taking the training to do the business. And so I came into this business, $115 and $20, I thought it was peanuts if you compare any outside business, because you have to go through a lot of training. and presence in 60 plus countries. So I can not only build Amway, but I can use the support, business support in at least 60 plus countries. So that was very good. And we know what is the role of the three entities. Now Amway. Now Amway provide us with the products and services. Okay, and secondly, we don't have any overheads, no headaches, no employees. That is the biggest headache. And it gives us the opportunity to make money, not only in USA but all around the world, as I told you. And BWW, people like us, when we saw this business, as I told you, we did not, as I told you, we did not have any education background. And to do this business, frankly speaking, I did not know how to use computer also so efficiently when I saw this business. So there was no, there were people who were ready to support us, ready to help us. And there is books, CDs, and as I told you, FED is coming up. Get excited about that because $125. I remember there was a training by one of a successful person how to increase the business, and Checkers had promoted us. It was in Orlando. It was $800 for one night, just for one night, $800. And imagine over here for $125, we are getting 3 days. And the best part, those people who are teaching over there, they are just teaching. Over here, people who are going to, they are teaching in this business, they were just people like us at one time who had just started, became successful, and they are ready to teach us. And the best part, along with whatever we are doing with the BWW system, you get a coach and a mentorship, which is you don't get anywhere. If there is somebody who is giving you coach and mentorship, there's a motive behind that. So over here it's very free, but Shan was the first person who saw the dream and who got excited about the business. So she's going to share about that.
That's true, guys. After joining the business, we came to know actual what type of dream we have to see, right? First of all, when we saw the dream, we used to just see a dream of the bigger house. There was no emotional attached to the dream. But after joining the business, learning from the leaders and all those things, see the dream where you have emotional behind your dream. Because if you have, like in our case, it was my son, right? If you have emotional behind your dream, you will love to achieve that. You will start running for the dream because now dream become a part of your life. So you know what you want to achieve in your life. And slowly we started learning that also, that once you have a dream, put a date on the dream. If there is no date on the dream, dream is dream, never going to fulfill, right? But if you put a date that, hey, I want to achieve something in this year, in 2 years, in 1 year, to put a date on the fridge, wherever you're going every restroom or the fridge, wherever you want, you just put the date and the dream along with that. And then have a small goal. You can have a small goal and you can have a short-term goal or you can have a long-term goal. See what you want to achieve. Just don't put such a big goal that we can't able to fulfill and after 1 month or 2 months, we are feeling sad, hey, I'm not able to achieve. In example, you want to go in the gym, yeah? You want to lose 50 pounds. We can't do in 1 month. But in 1 month, if I'm not able to lose that 50 pounds, what I'll do? I'll sit for 1 year doing nothing. So that's how we have to have focus on your dream and the goal. This is the business. If you don't have a dream, this business will not able to take a long time. But if you have a strong dream, we can achieve whatever we want in the life. And with that, we are done with our topic. And
Guys, Bill Britt always tell people without dream or vision shall perish. But I'm telling you, we are going to excited about calling this next couple. They are also in business, very successful. Let me welcome Prakash and Aarti.
thank you.
Hi guys, how you guys doing? Guys, we are Prakash and Aarti. Thank you so much for Barkat and Shine for giving us a kind words to introduce us. We are Prakash and Aarti, and we're personally sponsored by a good friend of ours, a couple who came here earlier to, kick off the event, Jonathan and Asha Vakil. Guys, we're very excited about this. How many of you are for the first time to this event? I know this question might be asked 3-4 times during the evening. So just raise your hand. It's okay. It's okay. We're not picking on you. Okay, trust me. It's
What
just.
are you guys doing there? I had goodies for you. So now I have
Yeah, see, she had some stuff, free stuff, you know. Goodies, yeah. See, now the hands go up. Okay, my time is running. But guys, we are going to talk about a very important topic. Barkat and Shine did a fantastic job about explaining about the entity, 3 entities, and why Amway and whatnot. But the topic we're going to be covering, how many of you know that any business to be successful and to make money, you need what? Products or services, right? Or then of course you need a people also. But our topic is products, 100% product use. Now you might be wondering why 100% product use, because we am buying the product somewhere else, I can spend my money there. But the reason is, guys, because Amway does not pay you for signing people up or sponsoring people in the business. They only pay you for generating the volume. So I just want to make sure that I share that with you to make sure we all understand and we're on the same page. They pay you for sharing, creating the volume by moving the products and services. Now, who's the first best customer? If you own a store, who's the first best customer? Yourself or myself in that case. So, what we learned from our sponsors when they bought us in the business, that, hey, it made sense because I came from conventional business background and I still have a conventional business. It's very easy for me to understand that if you own your own business, you support your business first. So it was no brainer for us to be convinced that, hey, we should try this product. But if you are new, because what happens is when you join the business, you saw the companies that Amway is partnered with. Some of these companies equal to about 99% of the product that Amway provides. So 1% of the product, which is what we call a core line products. That's where the rubber meets the road. That's where we make the most money. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to have Aarti talk about it. These products have a bigger return on your dollar, that every dollar you spend, you get more money back. So, we have to understand that and we have to try these products out. And that's how we learn how to use the products and share the products with other people. So I'm going to give it to Aarti and she will share from her perspective.
Thank you, Prakash. And okay, just getting back to it, what I'm showing here, it's a 100 PV order, okay? And to just let you know, this is just by eating, okay? We have skincare, we have cleaning products, everything. Okay, so I'm just giving an example of that, how you can just eat, you go to the bathroom, then again eat, go to the bathroom, right? Can you do that? See, that is not dependable on that you have to go and retail or something, right? That is personal consumption, personal use, okay? So 100 PV Prakash, 100 PV Aarti, okay? And the kids are additional. Okay, what I have is, can you switch one meal? We have fantastic products, meal replacement shake. We have it in 2 flavors, chocolate and French vanilla. If you add this, it comes around $2.5 a month, okay? And then do you need, anybody new here, when you came to the plan, didn't we give you excess energy drink? Didn't you love it, right? One case has 12, okay? So it's around 2.5 cases, okay? And then, do you like vitamin water? We have that, okay? We have that. It's a form of a twist tube, 2 flavors. Again, this is mango. Who wants to catch? New people. Man, I'm talking about 100% product is no IBOs. Okay? And then what I have, do you take vitamins? I'm just talking about minimum. This is men's pack or women's pack. Okay? This is men's pack or women's pack. So, men's pack, be careful, okay? So, everybody signed that waiver, right?
I'll jump.
Okay. Did you get women's pack? Okay, at least I will give you men's. Here. Here you go.
That was for the girl.
Women's pack. Okay, you add this, add all this, and at the same time, bars, right? We have flavorful bars, okay? And chips or popcorn. This popcorn is what? Slim popcorn. Green tea popcorn. Catch. Idea, no? Okay, guys, this is just an example of eatables, okay? Oh no. We just have to show a demo to you. No. We just have to show a demo to you, okay? That we consume our own products, okay?
So consume and throw products.
The last thing, we are almost done with the time.
Okay, but I'll definitely give this. Who's new? Come on, man. New people, come on, don't be shy. talk in the plan that 1% of the product, right? 1% of the product is our exclusives, right? See, I gave you a sample for the eatables. But what can you do for the other rest of the products, like LOC line of products? Okay, so that's why we have a demo bag. Time is running, but whenever you feel like, after the session is done, you can come see my demo bag. All the products I have is competitive to the X brand, the brand which is available in the market. But at the same time, all the products which I carry usually in the demo bag are the wow products. Okay, I want to get that wow feeling. Okay, so if that dude is not ready to get registered, not looking for business, at least they can support my business. Okay, that's how 100% product use comes handy. With this, I'm done.
Alright guys, very excited to introduce the next couple. Guys, they're professional, working in a professional career with building this business with children. We're very excited, a lot of knowledge and a lot of humor. So without any further ado, please help me bring up here Shetu and Sri.
Thank you Prakash. How many of you really excited? Awesome man, fantastic. First ever Jyoti Prakash team meeting. We are super excited. Sedu and Sri, proudly sponsored by amazing couple Sumesh and Deepa. Absolutely excited about their growth and our growth and everybody's growth. Jyoti Prakash 500 is done. Exactly. So what we're going to talk about is, of course, Sri has pointers about family and how we are working as a family. But what I'm going to talk about is like how many of you really wanted to be very effective in life? Everyone, right? What do you mean by effective? Effective means like how we can use the time that which we have, use it wisely. That's called effectiveness, right? In every office, what is the first training they do? Time management. Because they know we are watching our Facebook, right? So time management. What do you mean by time management? We cannot manage time. I cannot really stop this clock. I can stop it, but still running, right? What I can do is I can actually prioritize my priorities. Whatever the things. What is my priority? First one is like, the order is there, right? First God, family, job, and then business, right? That means I'm going to blend myself into this business also into my life. If I keep that away and then just I'm playing around whenever I need it, whenever I have it, that's not going to be an effective way of building the business. If I decide to build a business, I'm actually deciding, having that business also as a part of my life. So I'm not doing anything extra. As a matter of fact, I'm actually combining everything and just doing it, right? So that's the main thing. How do you, example, right? I want to grow my business. So what I need to do, I want to bring my prospects. I want to bring my people here to open meeting. Prospect is 7:45. He is here. If I call somebody there, team, like I am on my way, can you please take care? That means it's not the right way, right? Probably prospect can think, what is this business? Like he is not even here. And, you expect the team to present before you present. Same way, they also expect you, right? So, what I need to do, if I think this business is a priority in my life, for example, this open meeting is 8 o'clock, 7:45 is my time. I should be here, maybe 5 minutes here and there, but if I come early, that I am showing to the team that I am available for you. That's called giving the priority to the business, right? Everything, especially we all fanatic about games and this and everything, right? Because once we saw the match, they are actually sending a check, right? Yeah. So we collected so many checks stacked up. So we are fired up about watching matches and everything. They are collecting, but they are not sending it. See, we can actually, give priority to all those things, but it is not going to add value to us. One day we're going to forget all those things. Whatever the match, I saw it like 5 years before, I don't even remember. Maybe that moment, I had the excitement. I had that some sort of, short-term happiness. But short-term happiness never going to bring my long-term, pleasure. If I want to build a long-term pleasure, I want to build something, an asset like this, so that I can have, like what Julantan also has, what Rashmi and Smita has. That's what we wanted to have it, okay? So without further ado, I would like to have Sri coming at you. She is a perfect example for how priority. You know, prioritizing things. Okay. Don't think that my kids don't cry. You know, like people sometimes they think, oh, Sedhu and Sri kids are very smart. They don't cry. You know, they don't do anything. They will do everything. Okay. They cry. They they will block the wall and they door. And they say like don't go. You know, all threatening will happen. Even though they know that that we're gonna go, but we never actually said that. Okay, she's crying. That I'm gonna stay back. Once we do that, that's it. Done deal. They know that we're gonna stop it, right? So she knows how to give the priority to this business. Absolutely in every single way. From the day we started, from now, and going forward also. Listen to her. Here is she.
Hi everyone. The only thing I would like to say is I had just 25 seconds. We build this. We build this business as a family. So that's the we think that's the best part, because when our kids know why we are building this business, it's so easy for me to prioritize. Because I always think ladies, we are very, very smart in time management, and when we know why we are building this business, priorities comes just like that. I go to work, so I know how to prioritize my time when I go to work, right? So I do whatever I need to do and I run to work. Same thing. So when I'm designing my business as my job, it's so easy for me to prioritize my time and take care of my kids. And of course, there are a lot of challenges, and have family coming quite often and kids and everything. But I learned that comes along when I have a strong dream. As Shaheen was correctly saying, when I have a strong dream, so all these things are taken care very wisely. And also there are things. It's not that I can't have everything when I'm building this business. There are a lot of things has to be postponed, that has to be sacrificed. If I think I'm sacrificing everything, then that's different. That's definitely a wrong example that I'm setting for myself. So it's that I'm just postponing for short term. So why I'm doing, if I know why I'm doing that, then it will be easy for me to build this business as well. And of course, I love cricket, but I never missed any IPL every year. But this year, honestly, I didn't follow IPL at all. It's a big thing, but again, I learned how to do it. It's because I learned it's taking a lot of time during the IPL game. So as he said, IPL doesn't give us money, so we focus more on what we need to do for us and for our family. And back to Sedhu. He's always an example for me to keep me focused all the time when I'm all over. So I think too much. So but he keep me straight. So back to Sedhu.
Thank you. Yeah, we are done, and we're gonna invite a couple. When they came to Atlanta, they changed the face of Jyoti Prakash team. Right? How many of you agree? What we really excited about Jwalant and Asha, Jwalant especially, that when I talk to him every time, he straightened up the attitude of myself, and he does for everybody. That winning attitude. He brings the winning attitude and actually rub it with us, even within 2 seconds. We are really blessed to have them here. So I would like to have Jwalant a big hand, and also one second.
It's my honor and privilege to invite Asha also, because she's a woman of strength by looking at after they moved to Atlanta. So really blessed to learn from them all the time, and I always feel special when I talk to her, when I come out from her. So it's always thank you so much, Asha, for everything. And
with that, welcome Jwalant and Asha.
Wow, that was sweet. Excellent. Let's give it up for all the speakers so far. Alright, in the interest of time, I hope you're taking notes. These are some great nuggets. Now for some real power nuggets, okay? I'm going to invite up the movers and shakers of the Atlanta team. Help me invite up Mayank and Shipra, Sujat, Smith, Naveen and Sash, Bismay, Prashar and Ishani. Come on up. Let's give them a round of applause. Okay, so these are the people who are in action, okay? Now, how about I ask them some questions and let them answer? Is that okay? All right? You guys have to write down whatever you learn. If you miss out, I hope you're recording it, all right? So, let's see. When you start talking, just introduce yourself, your name, and what profession you are, and quickly let's get to the topic. Since I have Bismay right over here, All right. Now he moved here just like me recently. All right, and he's my almost neighbor. Okay, but the question to him is, he's successful professionally. Okay, really successful. Many people would love to have an income over 6 figures, right? All right. How about this? Many people look at this opportunity and have a question. I'm already making $120,000. My wife is making another $100,000. Why do I need to do this business? Because the first level in the business we are talking about is 40,000. They don't get excited. Let's ask this couple over here. Why did they get excited about it?
Thank you, Jyolat Natasha. We are Bisma and Namrata from Atlanta, Georgia right now, and Appliance Rashmi and Smita Jyoti Prakash. I'm still in the process of going back and forth. We live here, I work in California, and it's a whole mess. But anything can happen to my job any day. But if I build this business properly, then that would give me a long-term security for my family. That's what we saw, we heard the first time we saw this plan. And my wife got it first. It took me some time to understand that. But thanks to our upline, we got the vision. When we actually went to FED and BBS and all these places, we saw the lifestyle of people who were probably more educated than me and my wife put together. But they did build a business to a successful level so that it was actually beneficial for their family in the long term. That's what we heard, and that's why we're pursuing this business, despite what is happening in the job and the income.
So the key thing is you actually went to a meeting and you realized, wait a minute, there's something bigger. Is that true?
Yes, correct.
It didn't happen when you were sitting at home. So the key thing is, would you recommend them that when they are talking to other people, to bring them to a meeting, not try to be the magic?
Yes, that is the key in the BWC system. Actually, if we are not around people who have done it or doing it, then it's very easy to forget what we see once.
Awesome, guys. Give them a round of applause. All right. Next in line is Brian. All right. Again, professionally well said. Now, when you show the plan to some people are just engineers, skeptic to the nth degree. Okay. And the first thing that they just vomit out is, oh, this looks like a scam. It's illegal. I mean, I've seen so much internet negativity. How would you handle it? When you looked at it, I mean, what was your thought process?
So when I initially saw this, it was like, okay, this is different. I mean, I have done an MBA, never heard anything about this. So if I haven't heard about it, if it's not in a book, it's got to be a scam, right? So I learned, that was the first thing that came to my mind. And my upline in all his wisdom, felt that. So they said, hey, I know what you're probably thinking, that how can this really be legal? And he said, can you look at all the companies that we work with? Okay. You look at Apple, Starbucks, Barnes & Noble, that's working with, right? And that immediately made me think, these companies are working with, so this has got to be legal. Okay. So when I ran into that question the next time, guess what? That's what I did, right? I learned that. Now I tell people the best part about this is you have a system that's put in place for you to learn. Okay, there's phenomenal CDs, books, and associations, your uplines there to help you. And what that taught me is that you got to handle it in a way that people feel comfortable. So every time I would get a question around this, I would say, hey, I know how you feel. Even if I didn't feel. Sometimes I would say, hey, I know how you feel. I felt the same way. Let me tell you what I found out. And then I will share with them, hey, look, here's the internet, let's go and check it out. I know you're saying, there's negative about us on the internet, but let's check to see what Google says about Google. So I would go on Google, I would type how I hate Google. How many people have tried that? Okay, you should try that, okay? About some 475,000 hits. Okay, I hate Google on Google, right? So when I showed that to people immediately would start smiling. They'll say, yeah, how credible can this be, right? So my goal was not to make them feel stupid, but at the same time, I wanted to give it to them in a very soft way. So I would use that, I know how you feel, I felt the same way, okay? One more thing I want to quickly add is, as I started plugging in the system, I realized that it's a good idea to handle these objections before they hit you, okay? So I would find ways that even before they would think, I would say, hey, let me address this. Does that make sense? Because if I could feel that, somebody else could feel that, right?
Awesome. Give a round of applause. Cool. Okay, let's go on to the next couple over there. I'll talk to Naveen about this. I know some of you have already been to a major function, okay, and everybody is talking about the next big event coming up, all right? Now, some people have that thought process, oh, I've been to a function, I don't really need the motivation, why do I need to go again? All right, how would you handle it? I mean, why did you keep coming in?
Simple, Jyolat. By the way, we are Naveen and Sash, part of the working organization. Totally fired up to be part of the ATL team out here. When Jyolat was asking me this question, it reminded me of my son asking me the question, oh, I had a bath yesterday, should I have a bath again? Because it just doesn't compute, right? I mean, why, if you have gone to an association of like a function before, why would you go again? Okay, most likely it might be that maybe you did not have the growth that you anticipated, or maybe something has not worked out for you. Well, that's the reason you want to go again, right? So when I saw Jwalant, and I saw enough example, the first function I saw that anyone who has been successful in the business and who has a great lifestyle has never missed a function. So for me, that was non-negotiable. Okay, so when Jwalant asked me the question, why would you go again? It's like, it doesn't compute. I'm going. Okay, and the thing about the function that I've realized personally is every function you build up something inside you. Okay, and the moment you miss one function, you reset yourself back again. Okay, because every function 3 months later, and you're going through your life, you have all the situation, you need to be charged again. Doesn't matter how excited in life you are, how magic you might feel, but you need that charging again. Okay, so I felt that you go to a function, and I've seen in the people in my team, they go to a function and then something happens in their life, they think, oh, they'll miss this and they'll go to the other one. Well, they reset themselves back again to zero. You miss a function, you miss a year. Why would you like to do that? Okay, so that's it.
All right. Awesome, cool. Let's move on to Shujat, okay? Recently gone silver and moving on big time. Now I know you started off as a student, right? Now I know there's quite a few students over here, and they have the same issues. No money, I don't have time. How do I build it? How do I get to the function? How about you give them what do you do helping your students as well?
That's a very good point. Guys, this is Shujat here. I'm sponsored by Balakshita of California, part of the fantastic Sundarishman team here. That's a very good question. And to be frank, if there's students in this room, you should know that is the best time to build it. Okay, why? Because you have access to a lot of people around you. Best part, next semester, refresh. Okay, new set of people. Okay, so that is an amazing time. Okay, to put together a team. Okay, so I would highly recommend that you take it seriously. Okay, but again, now when you're a student, it is very common to think that hey, you probably don't have the money or the time. Right? I think that is totally an issue of priority. Okay, because I've seen people having iPhones. Okay, new iPhone they immediately have that new iPhone, or $4 coffee in Starbucks. Okay, that really costs money. But again, it's a priority, right? So I would actually explain to them the value of where the money is going. Okay, so on how think about funding their own business also. Okay, it's simple. Like, people spend a lot of money in vending machines. They don't realize it. Okay. Prakash Shardi just showed a fantastic set of products. Okay, they're the same products that students use. Just replace what you spend in vending machine. Okay, time. Students' time schedules are not like a professional. Okay, a professional 9 to 5. Students' exam time, crunch time. After that, a lot of time. Right. So work with the upline. Okay, talk to them about your schedules. And again, I always did that. My uplines filled in the gaps wherever I needed time. Okay, but other times I was hitting it hard. Okay, so work with the upline on that. Credibility. Okay, students, they really have credibility, but we never had that issue. Why? Because we understood that you can always borrow credibility from the system, right? You have a BWW system, you have your upline. Use the apps, use the videos, photos. Photos are exactly there for that. Okay, you can promote your upline, put them over the phone. If they're coming, you can bring them to the home plans and all that. So that's very powerful. So you don't have to worry about credibility. Important thing, guys, is read a lot. Okay, books are your best friend, especially when you're a student. Why? Because that will be a differentiating factor for you. Okay, everybody has plan A. You will have plan A going on, but at the same time you're building yourself up, and that is highly visible. Okay, how do they help you? Books build yourself up. Okay, they build you up. Okay, they improve your people skills. When you're able to build yourself up, guess what? You can build other people up, and I think that's how we put together a team.
Awesome, great. All right, next up. Prashant, I know he's also moved, in fact, just 11 days into Atlanta. So give him a round of applause. Welcome to Atlanta. Now, I've seen him work professionally, okay, very closely as well, climbing the corporate ladder. But, normally you get this tip, talk to your upline every day or every other day. If you are in the hunt, you've got to keep talking. Now, some people have the question, why do I need to communicate? I mean, I spoke to him 3 days ago. Can I speak to him next year? I mean, he's not my boss, right? But why would you keep communicating to your upline?
Thank you, Jwalant. That's a very good question. And how are you guys doing? Great. And the main thing is the boss and the upline, there's a clear difference. Because boss is basically there to get the work out of you. And the upline is there to empower you and give suggestions. so you can become bigger than him probably. And the bosses ask you to do things. Okay, if not, you're out, right? So why I communicate with my upline, I work with Jonathan very closely, and very fortunate to do that. So I do that because I have a pattern in my mind, okay, for everything. So I want to get the pattern right in my mind in the business, right? So I communicate more frequently so I can correct the loose ends and make the right pattern so I can get the success. So like if a Java programmer going to any application, they work and they know how to program, they get it done. So likewise, I talk to Jonathan a lot, and I want to talk more actually. So get the pattern right. So I can be emerald, I can be diamond, and I pick a big impact players in the team, right? We are starting our platinum, finishing our platinum qualification this year. We are very excited about it, and thank you very much, Jonathan.
All right, awesome. We have Smith over there. Come on up, buddy. All right, excellent. Now the question for him: when you're showing the plan, okay, now as you notice, none of the topics are related. I'm jumping from topic to topic, so I hope you get it. Now the scenario is this: you're showing the plan to somebody, and he suddenly says, "Oh, wait a minute, Amway, I know my friend did this. I know he quit the business also." So how would you handle it? Okay, because I know most of you who are showing the plans, you will get this at some time. So can you empower them on this?
Guys, this is Smith Parmar, getting platinum on this year, no questions about it. So, when somebody says, my friend did it and somebody quit and this and that, I say that, my brother and my sister said the same thing, right? So, they said, this thing doesn't work, it's a scam. But I didn't listen to them. Why? Because I don't want to be like them. I don't want to have the lifestyle that they have, right? My friend also, a lot of friends that we have, we know we have some friends who are crazy, right? Do a lot of crazy things, right? So, do you want to be crazy like them? Say no. No, right? So I don't want to be like them, right? So there's a lot of people who do things, right? Maybe my coach said, people go to college, right? Does everybody go to college graduate? No, right? Does everybody go to work and stay there forever? No, right? So people quit or they get fired, right? But over here, you have the choice. You want to get in, you want to become successful. You follow these people over here, you can become successful. You want to get in and quit like them, you can do the exact same thing also and have the same result, right? So it's what do you want? What do you want to have, right? You want to be successful? Why? So you come over here, learn from these people over here, and do the same thing. So those are some of the things that I say. And people in life, they quit like anything and everything. So I'm not bothered by that. And people a lot of times don't think what they're saying a lot of times also. So just smile at first, right? Whenever somebody says anything, right? Smile. Yeah, I know how you feel, right? Like a mindset, right? And then you respond based on that. Okay. So here it is.
All right. Well, I hope you guys are listening and taking notes, okay? We saved the best for the last, so I'll ask the ladies this question. I was having Dylan talk to the guys first. Okay, Sashmita, I'll ask you this question. Ours is an e-commerce business, right? So we don't necessarily have a store or a lot of investment in putting together a brick and mortar. All we have is a magic corner, right? If somebody comes to your place, I want you to kind of talk about why the magic corner, how is it important, why is it important, and how has it helped you build a business?
Okay, hey guys, Sash here. I have a background in accounting, and like Asha said, we have an online business model, right? So we don't really have a storefront that we can take people to, or somebody from the team or whatever, right? So here's the thing: how do you show somebody what products you have in the business? You can't say, oh, imagine a skin refinishing lotion. You can't do things like that, right? So this is what kind of a very good example would be what we have out here. Of course, depending on your budget, you could go as elaborate as you want or as simple. If you're a student, you're sharing the room with 5 other people or 50 other people, whatever, right? We've all been there. It's okay, right? It could be a small table that's your table, and it could be empty samples if your roommate's taking everything that you put out there, right? So be smart. You just roll with the punches, correct? So you put empty, products, used products, whatever, like something that you can show. Right? In the case of an excess, an empty can would work, right? Don't keep the wrappers. That doesn't work very well. Right? In our case, what we've done is we've taken one of the bookcases that we got from one of the Office Depot stores, and we've put products out there. Now we've put it in categories, so it's easier for me to be organized too. Okay, so I've made health, home, and beauty, right? 3 categories. And the last one could be your brochures, it could be your samples, whatever it is, just organize, okay? Again, why do we need a magic corner? Because when you have a magic corner, magic happens in your business. It's a very good conversation starter, right? I have somebody come in my house and they're like, what's this? And I'm like, hey, you know what, remember you were complaining about those parts that you have or something that's bothering you? Let me show you something in here. Do a skin refinishing demo, do something like that, right? How cool is that, right? It's a very good belief builder. Okay, every time I pass through that magic corner, when we were new in the business, I would look at the product and say, yeah, I'm in business. Okay, that was for me, first of all. Then as our team started to grow, I could take a new IBO to the magic corner and say, hey, let me show you something, right? It's so much more better than, opening up a bag and removing things like, how you remove things like a magician does, right? We are a different kind of magician. We're the cool magicians, right? And I'll end with this, okay? It's your commitment in the business. I remember when we moved to Chicago, we would go to Jwalant and Asha's house. Instead of a magic corner, they had a magic room. Okay? It was so cool that you could just go and it was like, I want this, I want this, I want this, right? But we could start with a magic corner and then build to a magic room. How cool is that, right? With that, I'm done.
Thanks, Asha. Remember, it's a magic corner, not a tragic corner. So don't do the food parts and leave the wrappers there. It's not supposed to be there. Empty products, okay. But, like kids eat wrappers and then there is things, don't do that. It's a tragic corner. Remember that, right? And also remember, guys, I understood a long time ago that if I have it, somebody will pick it up. People in my team want something, they need a toothpaste, especially a new IBO. They might not place an order. But if I have stuff in my magic corner, guess what? They're going to pick it. That's how you move products, okay? Ishani, the next question is for you, okay? If I can find you here, okay. As a lady, right now I know Prashant plugs into the system, goes to the functions and things like that. As a lady, why do you think it is important to also attend associations? Now, especially with the child, I know it's not the easiest thing to do. How do you go about actually doing that?
Well, thank you, Asha. We're Prashant and Ishani. I'm Ishani, sponsored by Navin and Sash to this business. As a lady, why I attend to the meetings? Number one is to learn, observe, and implement in my business. And then, there are a couple of meetings, phone meeting, face meeting, open meeting, and then functions, BBSS, and team meetings like this.
Sorry. There we go. Come in the center, because I know you're too close to them. There we go.
When I talk about the open meeting, I go to the open meeting to see, how the speaker is showing the plan, how he's connecting to the prospects, how he or she handles objections, and then especially, the ladies who are moving on in the business, I observe them, I observe them so closely, and I see how they behave, how they talk, how they walk, how they dress, how they interact with others. Talk with others and, take charge, all those things. And then, of course, the phone meeting, I go there to learn, how to make phone calls and, learn from others' mistakes and invite them to the open meeting. And then a PACE meeting, I go there to learn about the products and the systems. And, of course, it's a big event for me to build my leadership skills as well. And then, functions, team meetings like this, and then BBSs, I learn from top-notch leaders. So, the other thing is, attending to these events is not easy all the time. I remember, I had a lot of challenges in babysitting, arranging babysitting, sometimes money, sometimes life, sometimes health, sometimes finances, all sort of challenges. But what I realized was, by attending to those meetings, it helped me to crystallize my why. And once it happened, those challenges are not really challenges. Because, if I attend, if I become knowledgeable and educated, I can, teach my, or help my team members or, help them to overcome their obstacles as well. And the other thing, I heard somewhere somebody says, these associations are the mind's expression, and it helps to manifest anything. So, I think it's so true, because most of the time in the functions I have heard that, people who have moved on to significant pin levels, they say, at this event, this day, we made the decision and here we are right now. So I realized, I can do the same thing and become just like them by doing that. And, at the end of the day, I realized that, integrity is one of the key elements to become successful in this business. Thank you.
A along the same lines, right? You're building the business with 2 children, okay? And it's not like Mike and Shipra's kids never cry, or obviously children, where there's children, there's always things going on. How do you take care of stuff? Planning the babysitting, making sure that everything is taken care of for opens or for functions, so that you are alongside with Mike every single place. How do you go about doing that?
Thank you, Asha, and Ishani already kind of spoke about it. First of all, I want to ask you guys a question. Anybody who's working and who has kids, did you ever ask your employer, I have kids, can I come to the job? No, right? Because you go there because you want money, right? Same thing. So it's never a question about if you have kids or if I have kids or not. It's all about my belief, is the business going to give me the money or not? Because if I believe the business is going to give me money, kids are not an issue. So if we can go to work, we can definitely build a business with kids. As far as the planning is concerned, of course, with kids, there is a lot of planning is involved. You can't just leave them and just go randomly anywhere. So you have to think about it. Like there are some associations that are set in a week. Like every Wednesday we have an open meeting, or every Friday we have a PACE meeting. So I have to plan before. So the food is ready, the kids are well fed, and the babysitter is set. So it's not the last minute I'm telling Bang, oh, I don't have a babysitter today, or I don't have the food today, we're going to be hungry. So, a little bit of planning is involved, just like we do at work. I mean, when we go to job, don't we plan? We plan for the entire week, right? Every Sunday I see people, I don't work, but I see people who do work, they plan the whole week's meal so that they can go to work. Similarly, if you can plan your whole week for your job, you can plan certain evenings for your business as well. And as far as the function is concerned, if somebody is new and you have never been to a conference, work with your upline. They're going to help you with the babysitter. Personally, I've been to multiple conferences, so I have already options available. If you have friends and family who can take care of your kids where you live locally, it's a good idea to leave the kids with the trusted people so that you can actually enjoy the function. Yeah, don't just leave them anywhere. But, people who you really can trust, because sometimes actually kids enjoy. The person I leave my kids with, they'll actually look forward to staying with them for 2 days. It's like a vacation for them. Or if you're planning to take them to the conference, work with your upline. They'll help you with the babysitter. So.
All right, awesome. 2 more questions and I'll be done. Okay, let's have Smith, come on up. Importance of CDs. Why should they keep listening to it? I mean, there's better music, out there. Why should they listen to the audio streaming? How about that?
I disagree. I like better incomes out there also, right? So yes, CDs, of course. I don't listen to music as much as I used to listen to before. Okay, I don't listen to radio at all. Okay, why? If there is any fire alarm going on, or some earth is going to shatter, or something's going to come along, upline is there. Upline's going to tell me, right? If there is an outbreak of some disease, somebody's going to tell me. I don't listen to radio for that, right? I mean, because there's so much junk out there on the radio, right? So that's one of the things. CDs, why do I listen to? Because there's so many things you can learn, right? Sometimes it's excitement, sometimes it's motivation, sometimes it's basic information, right? You get some mechanics or whatnot, some stories, so I can relate to somebody. So somebody's like a doctor, and I'm talking to a doctor about business. Now, what he went through, he's going through, I can relate to that guy also, right? So there's a lot of things you can learn from CDs. There's a lot of wisdom, of course, there also, right? Because some of the things that we talked about, right? How to handle questions and objections or whatnot. There's a CD, Handling Objections by Dan Yuan, right? There's 4 basic CDs, right? So some of the people who are new, they're talking about 4 basics. There's a CD for that. So there's so many things you can learn from it. And last thing is, is university on wheels, right? So your time that you have in the car, either you can listen to, I don't know, what is it, Taylor Swift, or, whoever else is out there, right? You can listen to them, they're making money, and you're not. You're enjoying the time, right? But over here, you can listen to CD, and you can learn from it, apply it, and make some money with it. So, here you go.
Awesome, total logic, total common sense. All right, the last question. Let's give it to Mike away. I know you're wrapping up your Ultimate Eagleship for this FED. Now, what is your thought process? I mean, why are you putting in so much effort? How are you planning to get one more person, and what can you tell them how to bring one more person to the FED?
Thank you, Jordan. Thank you. Okay, so everybody excited in this room? Okay, I assume every one of you is coming to the conference. Now, here's what I would tell you. You first need to decide you're going to the conference. And then once you decide that, your goal should be to see how you can bring one more person with you. If you haven't been to a conference, you guys have no idea what you're going for, okay? Check with the person who invited. They're going to try their best to explain to you, but probably going to not succeed, okay? You can only explain Niagara Falls so much, right? Everybody understand that, right? Now, let's quickly talk about how do we get one person to the function, for new or for old. It's very simple. When I got started in the business, I thought based on my excitement, I could just get people there, right? So I said, I'm gonna bring 3 people. And then I would talk to 3 people because you need to talk to 3 people to get 3 people. Is that true? Right? Now, but then I would talk to them every day. Every day I would beat them on it, you know. Then finally they won't pick up my calls. Okay. They're like, man, he's calling again, okay? So as I started building this business with the help of my appliance and learning in this business, here's what I realized. This business is a numbers game. Okay? If you're new here, take the help of your upline. If you already know how to do the 4 basics, it's all about going through the numbers. How many people know that in a deck of 52 cards, there's 4 aces? Right? What if the first 48 cards don't come up with aces? Does that mean there's no 4 aces? What does that mean? You're getting closer to an ace. Is that true? So it's all about numbers. The more you go through the numbers, the closer you are to a yes. Closer to getting somebody to the conference. So if I was you, here's what my recommendation for you is. Get your list out. Sit down with a person who's a professional in this business. Tell them, hey, I'm coming. I want to bring somebody with me. Can you make that happen? And start going through numbers right away. The faster you go through the numbers, you'll get somebody there.
Awesome, guys. Let's get up for all of these people. Thank you. Have a seat. All right, awesome. Okay. Now, just a few more nuggets coming from this next couple, incredible couple, amazing servers of the team. Help me invite up Ketan and Tejal.
All right, who's excited? Jyoti Prakash team, what time is it? Fantastic, guys. We are super fired up, excited. Ultimate Eagles, Ketan and Tejal, part of our diamond going couple, Devang and Tejal's team. And we are excited about team meeting and a lot of learning, right? Everybody's enjoying it? Fantastic, you know. And our topic is accountability and teachability. In a simple word, if I have to put it, it's a predictability. Okay? Taking ownership of the business. And just having a good character. Okay? And, you know, in my personal opinion, if somebody has a good dream, okay, somebody is working towards their goals, somebody who is going somewhere in life, have a directions, okay, pretty much, you know, they are accountable. They're not accountable to just their dreams and goals and their family, but indirectly they are also accountable to their upline, their downlines, their cross lines, their bigger BWW team. Okay, and it's just that's how it is. You know, in accountability, you know, if you have to look at it, look at this way. You know, a lot of times, like events like this, after that, you know, we we talk to our upline saying, you know, count on me, right? I mean, if you know, we say that, right? This is very common to say. But count on me. If it doesn't follow with the action part after that, then it doesn't have any value, right? So make sure that our words has, you know, it's worth, right? So, you know, that's what we do. And simple way to put it, think about it, you know, at workplace. A lot of people touch a workplace in a different directions, right? When we go to work, right? Do our boss has to remind you, hey, you know, tomorrow again, good day, you know, please come, right? Right? You know, I'm counting on you, you know, please show up tomorrow. Does he has to say that? Right? Does he has to do all kind of dance to bring us 5 days a week? Right? Why not? Because there is a loss. If we don't go, there is a loss, right? Same way in this business, you know, pace meeting like this, open meeting like this, you know, bigger functions like that, right? All these events, if I know that if I don't go, I have a loss, right? Then my upline has to remind me that, hey, this Friday there's a pace meeting, right? There's a Wednesday open meeting. Right? I'll go. Why? Because if I don't go, I don't grow, right? Okay, so it's very, very important that first of all, I take ownership of my business. And my upline doesn't have to, even though they are in Houston, Texas, they don't have to worry about what is Ketan is doing Friday evening, right? If you have a long distance upline, growing upline who's a platinum and something like that, right? Do you worry that, do you think that he's somewhere right now in movie theater Friday evening? No, right? He's somewhere in a BWW association, right? So our uplines are predictable, right? Why not we, right? So if we become predictable, then we have a predictable business also. Make sense? Okay, and that's what we do. Now sometimes, you know, initially, like if I don't have a guest, I don't go to the open meeting. Okay, when I don't have a numbers, I don't go to the phone meeting, right? Because I don't have it. Why would I go, right? A lot of times, you know, new IBO things like that.
But that's the best time to go. Why? Because you want to grow, correct? And not only that, think about this team dynamics. I don't have a guest, but somebody else might have a guest. And if I go with the smiling face, if I go with the happy heart, then you know what? I'm going to indirectly impact the bigger team. Because eventually I want to have a bigger team globally, right? I'm going to impact local system, and my global business will be supported by local business of that system, correct? So it's very, very important that we plug into the system, we become accountable to the local association, and be part of a Jyoti Prakash 500, correct? Okay, so that's one thing. And second thing is setting up a goal. When we are building this business, our goal should be we should be accountable to our goal that we set, because we set the goal because there is a reason for to hit that goal. Now, if we don't strive till last moment to hit the goal, we are not accountable also, right? I want to have Tejal share a few things and then we'll wrap it up.
Hello everybody, I'm Tejal and I have background in pharmacy and excited about over here. And how many of you are adding value to yourself, right? You are learning something because every speaker spoke very well. And my topic is teachability. Everybody at your work, right? Boss gives you like paper and they say like, okay, you have to follow this. And you have to be teachable. You don't say like, no, I don't want to follow your way, I want to follow my way. And what they're gonna do? They're gonna fire you, right? Second day. But same way, in this business, nobody will fire you. You will be fired by yourself when you are not teachable. So be a teachable person, be a open, keep always your heart and mind open. And receive the whatever who are teaching you, because we are learning from best of the best leaders from here, right? And in a function, we are going to learn. FED is a major function, mother of all function. And when I saw FED, 20,000 plus and multi-millionaire, they are teaching us how we can learn step by step and how we can build this business in a bigger level. So be a teachable, be receivable, but and I am accountable for my 9 core step, as Ketan says, right? We are in the same page. We don't want to have like 2 different wheels. If we have 2 different wheels, then like ride is bumpy. But we want to be on same page. I want to accountable my goals and dreams and accountable for my volume, because that's how we grow business. But yeah, Ketan can share more.
Okay, and last thing, we are independent business owner, but at the same time, we are interdependent business owners, right? Our goals are associated not with our uplines, but also connected to our downlines, all right? So let's rock big time, and with that, back to Akbar bhai, Barkat bhai, and somebody else. Mayank.
Awesome, guys, man. Who is excited over here? Everybody learning? Taking the nuggets from all the speakers? Huh? Right? Yes, no, yes. Yeah, the bottom line is to implement all this learning, right? When you implement all this learning, bottom line is to break the pins. And when you break the pins, what happen? Recognition happen over here, right? Anybody recognizes at the work? Negative, right? If you do little bit wrong, you will recognize big. If little bit right, nobody cares, right? This is Akbar and Shalina, by the way, part of Barkat and Shine team, platinum done deal. 2015-16 is a done deal for us. But yeah, alright. Anybody from May 1st to 31st August hit 100 PV to 600 PV? Can please stand up and just wave. From May 1st to 31st August, 100 PV to 600 PV. Can just stand up on their feet and going once, going twice. Yeah, alright. That's where you start your business, right? That's where upline is always over there, right? And
the next one is the fast track qualifiers. Just stand up on your feet and wave. Fast track is 50 PV fast track bonus. All the fast tracks, most of them.
Alright.
Congratulations on the good winner.
Alright. And yeah, let's move ahead to the bigger pin. 1000 PV to 2500 PV from May 1st to 31st August can just stand up and share your name, apply in your profession. 1000 PV to 2500 PV. Anybody? Going one? Going twice? Nobody? Okay, great. And anybody? Nobody? Okay. Let's move ahead to bigger pins. 4000 PV to 7500 PV. I know there are a few over here. From May 1st to again 31st August. Name, apply, and profession.
Alright.
My background's in business analyst and
Mine is banking.
Apply.
Applying Venkat Nusha from Detroit, Michigan.
Hi friends, this is Shiva Manikam, applying sales industry, IT guy.
Awesome.
Yes, I'm not here applying Shujat, profession of IT.
Awesome. Great.
Applied Balashidala, California. My profession, I'm an IT engineer with background. I have electrical engineering.
Awesome. Great. Big round of applause to everybody. And with that, I will help welcome to the next speaker over here, Mayank and Shipra. Alright, big hand to Mayank and Shipra.
Who's excited? Okay, so those were the pins of the results, right? But guess what? The people who are doing the activity are making it happen. Is that true? Right? So we're going to recognize a few people who are actually making things happen right now. How many, can we have people get up who have actually hit 12 STP? 12 STP, guys, is a small, stepping block. Okay, it's a place where you start showing that, hey, I'm taking ownership of showing the plan. I'm a business owner. Okay, so we have that as a startup. So who here has actually hit 12 STP over the last month? Just raise your hand quickly, everybody. How many people have hit it over the last 2 months? Okay, how about 3 months? Can we have everybody get up? All those people who did 3 months. Can we have you guys get up? Guys, give them a round of applause because these are the movers and shakers. If they haven't come up here, they're coming up here. Okay? They're coming up here. Awesome. Now, let's quickly talk about some of the pins, the Brit Worldwide pins. Now, you heard the 1,000, 4,000, right? These are money pins. But our uplines have always taught us to build the business in a way that it doesn't fall back. And for that, we have the Brit Worldwide pins. Okay? So I'm going to recognize a few people. Basically, eagles. How about people who have actually, can we have all the eagles stand up, John, or should we just?
Yeah, just all qualified eagles.
All qualified eagles. Alright, all qualified eagles.
In the front.
Oh, have them come. Alright, so let's have all the qualified eagles.
Double eagles or twin eagles.
Yeah, just start coming up. Eagles, double eagles. Alright. We'll start walking up. Okay, eagles, double eagles, ultimate eagles. Okay. Alright guys, so with that, I am going to give it back to the... Oh, sorry. Okay, go ahead.
My name is Orko, appliance are Mayank and Shipra. And by profession, I'm in Indian tradition, IT.
Eagle, double eagle, what?
Oh, Eagle.
Hey guys, this is Mike, Eagle, swap at Foping Out, so coached by Kit and Tejo. I'm a college student, study information system.
Eagle? Yes, this year. Awesome.
And we are Ketan and Teja, we are double eagle.
We are Eagle, profession as network security engineer.
This is Smith Parmar. I'm a business analyst by profession and getting double eagle by FED.
Awesome.
Hey guys, this is Shujat here by profession. I'm in IT appliance, Balashidala, California.
Awesome.
Hello, this is Barkatan Shah. We have traditional business.
Eagles, double eagles.
We are Prashant and Ishani. We are double eagles and working as a test manager. We work as a
recruiter.
Okay. Awesome, come on.
This is Sedu and Sri. We're getting an ultimate eagle done recently.
Alright.
Who else? Who else? I know there's some people who are. Come on, quickly, quickly. We have some more people. Guys, these are the people. The reason we are recognizing them because these guys are doing the work.
These are the Olin Falconis. I'm business analyst. Eagle. Getting getting.
Awesome. With that, we are done, and back to the host. Okay, alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to move up to the next topic. Shapra, you want to come up quickly? Okay, so guys, we're going to welcome our uplines up here, guys. Here's the thing, I remember this room just a couple of months back, okay? And this room has changed, okay? It's absolutely changed. Here's the thing, I'll give you a quick example about Jonathan Asha, and this has haunted me over the last few days. And this is for the people who are actually doing the work. Okay, Jonathan and Asha, okay, this couple just went diamond, right? Everybody knows that? They just went diamond last year, right? Yeah. But they're out there in the hunt, okay, like nobody's business, okay? We see them because we get an opportunity to work with them. We see them, they're out there pumping the pump because they're not done yet. And that's what I'm excited about. We're plugged in with the best of the best guys. We're all plugged in with not people who are talking, but who are walking it, okay? So I'm going to give the phone to you.
It's our privilege to invite our uplines, Jolat and Asha, and like Mayank said, they're the best example to follow because I see her everywhere. I mean, it's not funny. They moved here just a couple of months ago, and within a matter of couple of months, they put together an entire team of dozens of people just by their sheer effort. So that gives us a lot of hope and the thing that we have to work hard.
Okay, so guys, let's get up and give a warm welcome to Jola and Asha Vakil! Thank you.
All right. Okay. You guys ready for it? Yeah. Okay. I quickly want to dive into this topic. Okay, simply because we have the best of the best coming up. My own uplines and the thought process is what you need. They will give it to you. But before that, what you need to do is learn the basics. Is that okay? When you get out of here, you need to figure out how to put together that team. Remember, this is you. You need to put together this nice little organization which keeps on growing. For that, you have to master these 4 basics. Until you master it, you're not going anywhere. It'll just be a big party for you. I know some people might have already switched off their minds by now, thinking about what they're missing out outside. But guess what? This is where you are making $1 million right now. All right. Some tips. 4 basics involves building a list. There are 3 kinds of lists: A, B, and C. Okay. A is where you know all these people. They know you very well. Okay. These would be your family, your friends, close people who you pick up the phone and call them, and you don't need to introduce yourselves to them. B is those acquaintances. C is the rest of the world. Okay, now what do? You got to master this one simple thing called list building, because this is our raw material. If you want to put together a huge community over here, what do you need? You don't need robots. You don't need dogs and cats. You need people. Okay, you put together the team. For that, you need to keep adding. So one thing you got to learn is learn the art of keeping on increasing your list. Okay, don't just say, okay, I got 5 people on my list. Now how do I go diamond? Not going to happen. I'll tell you right now, not going to happen. And I'll tell you a simple thought process why. Let's say you have $5,000 in your bank account. Do you still go out and work? Yeah. Why don't you just use up the 5,000 and then we'll figure out how to work? Not really. You go to work because you don't want that 5,000 to go away, right? You want to keep adding to it. Same thought process over here. You don't just sit on this one A list. You want to keep adding to it. So what do you do getting out of here? You're a business owner. Okay? You want to keep building it. Do not prejudge anybody. Okay? Because you never know who the other person is. You don't know what they're going through. He might look like a sharp professional. Some of the people over here, sharp professionals. But they woke up one fine day. Now they're building the business on a fast track. Okay? Next thing is talk about your business just the way you talk about other people's business. Think about it. Go back to the time when you ate a pizza and it was so awesome. The deep dish and it was so tasty. You actually promoted it to your friends and said, come on over, I'll give it to you for free. Just taste it, it's awesome. Did the pizza guy give you money? How about having the same attitude for your business? Don't forget that. That's a big tip. Okay? You don't need extra time to build this business. You already have the time. You just need to figure out how to prioritize it. Okay? I don't want to go too much into it, but prioritizing means you need to take out time to figure out how do I keep increasing the list. Okay? It's not just going to keep increasing on its own. You've got to pay attention to it. This is a business. Business needs a raw material. Raw material needs some time. You need to pay attention to that. Okay? When somebody mentioned this, okay, what do you do with this list? You go to the phone meeting. Okay? Now, you don't have a list, you still keep going to the phone meeting, because I guarantee you, I went there so many times, Rashmi was hammering this business, and I was just sitting there watching him, doing nothing. At one point, I woke up. I said, you know what? Next time I'm going to have my own list. Put yourself in a position such that you go out and keep increasing the list. All right? A and B list is great. You go through your Facebook, you go through your cell phones, you go through your family albums, whatever it is, do a brainstorming session. Okay? If you are husband and wife are over here, or both of you are building it, talk to each other. Have a session. Whoever makes the biggest list with the phone numbers gets to get a treat. The other person has to cook dinner. Whatever it is, play some games, because until and unless you keep building this, you will still be struggling with those 5 names on your list. And I guarantee every single person over here, you still have not touched your A list. Guaranteed, even though you might have been in the business for a long time. Okay, so go through it. Next thing is the C list. Okay, you don't have A and B is your momentum creators, but at the same time, you're living a life. Okay, some of you came from India over here. Some of you came from other countries over here. You made new friends as you went along. How about this? Learn the art of just making new friends. You may not talk to them right now about this business, but learn the art of it, because at some point, when you are done with this, key thing, when you are done with this, don't just jump here and start talking here. When you are done with this, this is what you'll be working on. Is that okay? So learn the art along the way. And I'll have Asha just give you a couple of tips on C list, because she's hammering it right now as we speak with the C list.
All right, before I give you tips on C list, one thing I'll tell you guys, we all know more people than we think we do. Okay? Because if you really, when we talk to people, we'll ask them how many contacts do you have on Facebook, people that you're associated. We have 400 people. And then you tell them to build a list, they're putting 5 people down. So, you have to kind of understand, the only reason, I remember when I was new in the business, the only reason that I did not want to make a list is because I did not believe that this business, I just didn't have belief. Okay, and I hope that these associations, when you come to the function, when you're here at the team meeting, you understand that this is something that's going to add value to you, and it can add value to other people's lives as well. Because once you understand that, then you're not prejudging, then you're not thinking, oh, this person not going to do it, this person, it's not going to be like that. I remember earlier on in my business days thinking, if I share this opportunity with somebody in my A or B list, what are they going to think of me? Now I understand, all they're going to think of me is, thank you for sharing the opportunity with me. But at that time I didn't understand that. So if you're new in the business, understand that you have more credibility with people, more trust with the people that you know, and it's much easier to build a business with your A and B list. But also understand that you might have a lot of trust with them, but not necessarily business credibility. So use your upline's help to actually speak with people in your A and B list so they can show you success. Okay? Because you can blow out your A list like that, and then you have to figure out how to build a business. I'm not saying that you cannot build a business with C list, but it takes time. It takes a little bit longer. So make sure you're taking, make sure that you're getting good use out of the A and B list working with your upline. Okay? Also, a lot of times, I was this person, I was of the understanding that I have to keep contacting for the rest of my life. Understand that that's not the case. Your goal is to build teams. But if you're out of raw material and you're bottomed out and you don't have people in your A and B list anymore, you do need to make sure that you're talking to people. Don't make it awkward. How many of you made friends just by talking to people? Before the business, did you talk to people? Mm-hmm. Say yes. People that in most of the people's cases, your spouse, you met your spouse because you spoke with him, right? Somewhere, at a bar, at a party, at a friend's, somehow you talk to that person. So don't make it awkward, okay? Be yourself. Now, if you're awkward anyways, if you're awkward by yourself, then I can't help that. But you know what? Just be yourself. Okay? Just be yourself. Talk to people. I'm out living life. I'm in the doctor's office, at school, volunteering for my kids' classes, whatever I'm doing, I meet people. And when, I like to, if I don't know anything else to say, I would always ask them, hey, what do you do? When the person tells me what they do, I will introduce myself, and the next common thing to say is, hey, I run my own business. Now, if you're new, you might not necessarily be like that. There's a couple of different ways in which you can do that. Learn from your upline. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, I was out earlier today. Simple thing, I was out, where did I go? I was at the doctor's office for my daughter. And there was a person that walked in with her son. I said, he's not feeling well? And she's like, no, he broke his arm, and that's why we're here. We did some x-rays at the ER, so on and so forth. I'm like, man, did you have to take off work too? She's like, yes, and I'm running around and it's crazy, blah, blah, blah. And I was in my gym clothes. She's like, you had a day off today? I said, actually, I work for myself. She's like, really? What do you do? I own an e-commerce business. Was able to go ahead and get the number, set up a time for having her coming to the open meeting next week. So understand, it's not that big of a deal. Be yourself so you can talk to people, and that's how your business is going to grow.
All right, awesome. Once you have a big list, okay, and the idea is you set goals. The next goal coming up is FED. It's coming up in 2 weeks in Memphis, 3 weeks in Richmond. You want to make sure you are there, but you bring more people. How do you bring more people? Go through this. Build a big list. Next thing is phone meeting. There's going to be a phone meeting on Sunday. Make sure you're there. I learned how to make a phone call looking at Rashmi and looking at how he answered the questions, he failed, he succeeded, everything. So for me, it was simple. If I want to learn, I'm going to the phone meeting. I focus on that. Okay, I make sure I'm not distracted. I'll give you a couple of tips. If you're a new person, for A-list, don't make it awkward. These are people you know. Don't read a script that the other person is reading. You just be yourself. If this is a best friend, Joe, you wouldn't say, hi, is this Joe? You would be more like, dude, what's up, right? Be normal. All you gotta do is this. Joe, hey, dude, what's going on? You got 2 minutes? Sure. I'm sitting with a few friends of mine, and we are talking about a project. You know what? I'm looking into it. I want you to come with me next Tuesday evening and just clear it out. I'll be there. I'll pick you up. You have that relationship. Use it. Don't ask, so would you be able to make it? Why? It's your close friend. When was the last time you told them, hey, will you be able to make it to this pizza dinner we are having? Oh, you just say, pizza, man, come on over, right? You have that relationship, use it. Next thing, now that's a direct invite. If you feel you don't have credibility with that person, for whatever reason, whatever you did in your past, you feel that guy really is not going to, he's going to question everything you do, then use the credibility of your upline. It's called a third-party approach. What you do is this simple thing. Joe, do you have 2 minutes to talk? Sure. I'm sitting with a few entrepreneurs. They're expanding the project. I want you to listen to them. That's it. Hand the phone off to your upline, and all they're going to do over here is invite them to see the plan. That's it. It's as simple as that. Okay? So as a new person, how do you tackle A-list? 2 ways, direct and third party. Master it. But by the time you get through this is your practice ground, this is your momentum ground. But by the time you get through this, learn the art, because when you get here, there's going to be a simple script. My script for my B and C list, it was very simple. Hey, I don't know if I mentioned this before or not, but I'm working with a few entrepreneurs here. We're working on an online project, helping a lot of companies create online traffic. Do you look for ways to make extra money? Do you keep your options open? That's it. If he says yes, you know what? I'd like to sit down with you for a few minutes and just share it with you and see if it makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, we'll drop it. If it makes sense, we'll talk further and I'll introduce you to my team. Okay? So what I do is a 2-step approach. And when I meet up with them, it's just a 10-15 minute overview and invite them to the open meeting. Okay? What if I don't have time to meet up with him? I'll invite him directly to the open meeting. Either ways works. Find out what works best for you. All right? So that's the phone meeting. All right? Do you have anything to add to this? Showing the plan. My recommendation is, when you attend the open meeting, I hope you're taking notes. Whether it's the guy, the wife, if you're building it by yourself, you are taking notes. Every person who's showing the plan is successful. They have gone double eagle, platinum, or something or the other. This coming Tuesday, it's a brand new EDC. Woo! Guys, this is a couple hot in the hunt and already done it and now moving on. So that's the best place for you to take notes. Key thing, you come to these meetings looking at your downline, whether he's taking notes, you miss the whole boat. Your goal is to bring people to meetings like this and the open meeting, but your goal is to learn when you are inside the room.
Here, learn how to do it. If you're brand new, take the help from your upline. Simple. I don't have time to go into this. I have a couple of things. When you're going through the 4 basics, okay, you are trying to get your board of directors. You're not trying to convince anybody. You're not trying to coerce anybody. You're not trying to force anybody into joining the business. Does that make sense? Just because 5 of your friends said no, this doesn't make sense, doesn't mean that you stop looking for your board of directors. Okay? Your friends don't have to be in your business, okay, for you to make millions of dollars. You're just letting them know so that you avoid a nightmare scenario. What is a nightmare scenario? What if you don't talk to your best friend? Next open meeting you come, you're sitting over here and here is your best friend. Would you like that? But he's not from your team, he's from somebody else's team. And the real nightmare scenario where you really want to commit suicide is, that guy goes diamond in somebody else's team. You don't want that. So what do you want to do? Go through this is your practice ground, this is your momentum ground, let them know whether they join or not, it's totally up to them. Okay? Have the resilience approach. Okay, what is the resilience approach? When you apply for a job and the company does not even respond to you, tells you, hey, sorry, but we found somebody else. Do you stop looking for another job? You have the resilience, hey, I'll apply to 10 more places. Somebody has to give me a job. You have that determination, right? Can you have the same determination, I'll find my 6? It's not you? Great. Is it this guy? No. Is it this guy? Yes, it is. You have that determination, all right? How did I get that attitude? I hung around people like you. I kept coming in. When nothing was happening, I still kept coming in. I hung around Rashmi. I saw him grow from 0 to diamond to EDC, moving on to double and beyond, all right? Just because of that, now we are moving on from diamond to EDC, okay? Now, I attributed a lot to the way he's built it, simply because, but a lot had to do with me allowing myself to be in that position, to be around him. Does that make sense? Associations are the key. The biggest one coming up is the function, the FED. It's coming up in the next 2 weeks. I'm telling you, if you've not gotten the ticket, get it right now. There might be buses going, get on the bus. I'm telling you, it's going to change your life forever, all right? I don't want to go too much onto it, but we do have a video to invite up the next awesome speakers. Before we invite them up, I'd like for you to, let's get the lights, like for you to check out their lifestyle, okay? Because if you like their lifestyle, you better listen very closely to them, because that's the thought process that will get you there.
And that video does not do justice to their lifestyle, as you'll get a chance to hear in just a couple of minutes. In a room full of engineers and IT people, technical difficulties. Come on.
It's warming up.
Uh-oh. Actually should take the wire off. I thought we're all good at what we know. I'm just kidding. Guys, but by the time that video comes up, I hope you realize that it's already an outdated video, okay? Before we get them out, okay, everything in that video is changing. So they have 3 little ones that are not that little anymore. Okay, they're growing. They moved from Chicago to Atlanta. Okay, guys, most of the people outside, right? They have little and they exaggerate and they brag and things like that. I've never seen a more humble, a more down-to-earth couple. I have to kind of like have Smitha talk about things about the trips, and you might get a chance to kind of hear a couple of things about the home they're building, about the bank accounts, about the peace of mind. Guys, young, rich, free. But not just that. A lot of people, I don't think a lot of people can do that, but people can do that. But only a few people can do that for themselves and have many, many people do that also. There's a lot of couples whose life, hundreds of people that could say that their life is better off because of this couple, and we are a true testimony. Jolent and I are a true testimony that our life and our children's life is better because of this couple. And we're just absolutely blessed to be a part of their team. Listen closely. If you didn't get anything out tonight, listen to every word they say because it changed our life and it'll do the exact same thing for you.
All right, awesome guys. Let's get on the feet with the Atlanta welcome. Help me invite up one of the topmost businesses in the whole world of Brit Worldwide and Amway, my own uplines, Rashmi and Smitha.
How you guys doing? Alright, 3 woohoo. Rest you're still thinking. Okay. Everybody doing okay? Yeah, my voice is a little down. I've been traveling a little bit, so I've been too much screaming, so I can't. I was telling a couple of guys back there, I didn't even realize I was traveling. I got this email, I didn't check it. And I walked in there, I opened the email, I saw it to Smith. I was like, we have an invitation to Paris, France for 5 days for our India business. And I didn't even check it because it's sometimes in December. So I was just telling Smith, we have a US Achievers. And then we come back home for a week, and if you take that Achievers, that will be right after a week. And then you get into Christmas break, so I don't know how long those kids will be in school that month. I'll figure that out. But anyway, I'll ask Smita to kick it up. Her voice is a little better than mine, so I'll have her talk a little bit and we'll cover a couple of points, get you out of here. Here you go.
Thank you. Hi everyone. So good to see all of you. We're excited. As Rashmi was saying, life is fun. Living life from vacation to vacation. And when I was new and when people said, well, we have too many vacations, we don't know how to take it, and we have to turn it down sometimes, and I used to be like, such show-offs, look at that. Seriously, I used to be like, you give me a free trip to anywhere, I'll go. Even if I don't want to go there, just because it's free, I'll go, okay? That was me when I was new in the business, but it is incredible that we have to, Rashmi's like, let's go. I'm like, okay, we have to plan some things out, but it's awesome to have the choices because India, the trips work a little differently. But we're excited. It's fully paid business class tickets, both of us, for a week in some 7-star location somewhere. Amway always takes very good care of you, so it'll always be awesome. And what a blessing, just because we stayed steady in the business. And it's been a fun few months in Atlanta right now. We're excited about the home coming up. Just to give a little heads up, we're just finalizing on the pool and the various things in the various levels of the house, and it's coming up so beautifully. And I'm nowhere near being an architect or a civil engineer. And so this builder of ours is trying to explain it. You know how a new IBO has no clue, and you know so he's trying to relate to a new IBO over there and trying to draw pictures and helping me understand it's going to be good, and so it's been a fun experience, and house is really. From what I understand is really looking good. Rashmi tells me it's much better than what I understand, so it's good. It's looking nice. I mean, it's a dream home for us, and that's where we see our kids growing, enjoying a beautiful life, and can't wait to have promotions and have all of you come and see what's there for you. Really, that's the idea. And what can I say? Function is coming up. We're excited about different, East Coast, Midwest, West Coast functions everywhere, FED, and this is the mother of all functions. I remember going to the first function not knowing what to expect. And thank God, sometimes you don't know everything. You just go with faith. How many of you came to this country, if you're immigrants, and knowing everything? I mean, you had to figure out most of your life out, literally, like learning how to turn, because the switch goes on this way, not that way. I mean, just start with that, okay, basics of life. How does laundry happen, wipe, and all of that stuff. And basics of life has to, it's like going into kindergarten again, but we figured out all of that coming here. And I remember going to my first function and thinking, wow, this is something else. I never thought that this could be so big and what it could do for us. And there was something captivating. Honestly, I was not the most fired up IBO. Honestly, I just went because I was married, newly married, and Rashmi was going, what was I going to do at home? That was my motivation, so I went to the function. But when I came back, I was a different person altogether. So sometimes you don't even know what you're going to get. The gift is different. Don't judge the gift from the wrapper. Okay. Sometimes you don't know what. So take the patience, take the time out to unfold take the wrapper out, see what's inside, and that's what this function, this FED especially will do for you. So I know you're coming, but work hard, because whoever is going to be there is definitely going to help them a lot, and help them see a bigger picture, help them see what options they have in life. I mean, if your dream is to do a job, when I was new in the country and I thought I have all these degrees, my dream is to have a job. So, but Rashmi he was already in the business. He used to always tell me, I can't wait to fire my boss. And I'm like, wait, how does a family operate with two opposite goals? So that's how we started. If you feel that way, that everything is not in place and all those speakers that you hear are not the perfect, you feel that you're not there, it's okay. It's normal for all of us to feel that way. In fact, most of the times I'm still working on getting there. Okay, but the fact is that as long as you're making an effort, you are one step closer. Okay, so I remember coming back from that function, not knowing whether I could go diamond, but I knew that I wanted to do this. I wanted to be a part of this. I wanted to pursue this. Okay, that was my first belief that I got. And then, of course, we kept going and kept adding a layer of belief every single time. And seriously, I mean, that's what, if you've been to functions, go with that renewed energy. If you've never been, you have no idea what's coming your way. Just be ready with all the gadgets that you have so you can capture all the moments that you possibly want to. Okay, so we are excited about that, and so work hard from now till function. So when you are sitting there, you are sitting with the mindset that I worked my best, I did my best, and you are excited about what you have on your hand. And right now that you are in the process of showing the plan, working the business, when I look around this room, I see a lot of new faces. I see some people who've been in business for a while. And it doesn't matter, okay? All of us are working on a certain area. Okay, you might be, you heard about list building, all the 4 basics. You are working, or you might be in the next level where you're learning taking your business from a new IBO to, putting a team together. Okay, you might be in different phase of building business. Okay, and there is information available at your fingertips. I hope you never feel that, I know so much, I don't need anything else. Or all I need to do is go and show the plan. Yes, God bless you, more power to you, go show plans. But also, always remember, at every level we need correction. We need that extra boost so that when you are working out there, you are actually more effective in producing results, creating the results that you want. So how do you do that? There is CDs and books you keep hearing. But you know what? If you are an IBO in the hunt, I hope your car starts, your CD starts. That's how it should be. Okay, the reason I say that is there are CDs in all areas of business. There are books in all areas of business. If you're out there putting a team together, I hope you're just living through those books of those, because that is what is going to allow, it's not one thing, it's not a cookie cutter thing that this is how you relate. The person you related to 6 months ago and the same person you relate to them now has changed. The same person has changed. So your ability to relate with people will also change. So you have to acquire those skills. Okay, don't think that I can be funny, I can relate. Yeah, you can be funny. That's step number 1. Okay, there are multiple steps, there are multiple things that is required. How do you learn those skills? A lot of times even your upline might not be able to help you. You have to, while you're out there showing the plan, how do you connect with the person so that how is it that your upline can set somebody at ease and you're still figuring it out? The reason is they have those skills that you're still acquiring. Okay, so it's not like they know that your upline is a platinum, the new person has no idea. Okay, so it's the skills that is a skill-driven business, and anybody who chooses to, who wants to, you want to take the time out to do that. Okay, and we still today, we talk to our uplines, and a lot of us, we use our uplines only when we need. Okay, only when we desperately need. How about that? Okay, if you mildly need, you think you don't want to disturb your upline. It's okay, they're busy. That's a very good excuse, not for your upline, but for you, for not calling them. Work closely with your upline. Get that thought process that they have. If the upline is growing, you should thank God that they're making you uncomfortable, because guess what? They are making you uncomfortable. If they're growing, they will make you feel like, oh, I need to change so much. But that's good news. You know what? Guess what? If you're plugged in with your upline, you will also grow. Thank God for an upline who's making you uncomfortable in a good way. Okay? Work closely with upline and use them in the right way in your business. Rashmi talks to Ganesh every single day. Seriously, it's not like we don't know 4 basics. If that's what you think the business is all about, there's maybe a little bit more than that. Okay, so you have to, if you're not seeking out, they will never force their knowledge on you. But you have to have that connection so you can grow in every area of life. So never feel that, well, I'm such and such pin or such and such whatever. Have the naiveness. Seriously, sometimes you have to work on that. Have that naiveness to seek that information from your upline and have that connection with your upline. And that's what I would say is we are excited, moving on, and future is bright. Okay, Rashmi has been traveling recently because this is the time, because we personally feel that every single person who's going to watch that FED recognition, that is something that your mind will never be able to erase. It's like I was listening to a CD by Dr. Shad. He was saying that how when you see certain things, your mind makes this new neural networks, and your mind will always remember it. How you think back and suddenly out of the blue something comes. Has it ever happened to you? It happens to all of us. And I still think back and I have seen so many new diamond, new EDC, so many new pin recognition, but my first FED recognition I still remember, and that was so many years ago. So this is going to be a very, very special event. So make sure you're coming. Make sure you take upline's help to make arrangements. Be there for yourself and attend the whole thing. Yes, Rashmi. Thank you.
Okay, let's do a couple of quick things, get you out of here. I wrote down a few things to talk about. First and foremost, something I've been talking everywhere, I've been traveling, is a lot of guests don't understand the business that I understand. The problem with the business is a lot of IBOs don't understand. That's where my problem comes. Does that make sense? Okay, now let me elaborate that a little bit. Don't compare the business with your job. Please don't do that. Okay? Job is what you call is effort income, right? You do this, you make this, you don't do this, you're fired. Fair? As simple as that. Am I making sense to you? Okay. When somebody walks up in the business and says, I'm making $1,000 a month, that is not a effort-based income. That's what we call as ROI-based income. What's ROI? Return on investment-based income. Let's talk about that a little bit, okay? Help you understand. Let's say right now, let's say any bank, what's the best rate you can get? 0.05, 0.7, savings account, money market, yeah? Let's not consider the crass, okay? Let's just don't worry about the crass, okay? Just talk about the basic, like decent rate. How about, can I say 2%? Can anybody get me a bank, get me 2%? All right. Let's say 2%. Make you feel good. Right. To make $1,000 a month income, how much money do you think you need to put in to make $1,000 a month? 1,000 a month is about 12 grand a year, isn't it? 10% return on investment, 120 grand. 2% return on investment, 600 grand. How about $2,000 a month? 1.2 million is what you need in your savings account, which gives you 2% return on investment to generate a $2,000 a month income. That's what is called return of investment income. When somebody says, oh, I'm putting online portfolio, whatever the heck they say, means they're trying to keep building the asset base which can generate a revenue stream for it. How long is it going to take you to put asset base of 1.2 million with a $2,000 a month income? You figure that out, okay? Oh, I'm into real estate. Let's smack your head right now for a second, okay? We left Chicago. I couldn't sell my house. My house is on rent right now, okay? Current valuation of the house is close to around $650,000, okay? At one point it was worth more. I'll just tell you current value. How about that, okay? I get about $3,000 in rent. $1,900 is my property tax for that house. How much is my net income? $4,000, $1,100. For what? I got 650 grand stuck for me to make $1,000 a month. When somebody says, when he walks out of the business, say, oh, we make $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month, don't pickle your head with it. That's not, you work the business to make money. I love it when I've been in the business 6 months, I only make $100. Dude, you don't work in the business to make money. Your effort in the business goes in building teams. The teams is which creates the ROI. Am I making sense to you? Is that clear? Yes. When we went Founders Emerald over 12 years ago, okay? When we went Founders Emerald, John was the founder platinum, Q12 in the business. Okay? John Tassa's business that time was a Q12 platinum. That's what one of the businesses when we went Founder Emerald. Does that make sense? Okay? Ask Jolant how many one-on-ones I've done in his group since last 12 years. He's saying 0. Okay? Now, that business has since gone diamond and beyond and whatever, okay? I have a feeling my income has gone up a little bit. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? That's what is called ROI income, return of investment income. Don't sit there, pickle your head. Oh, he's just making $500 a month. Don't compare. Oh, I already make $3,000 in a job. It shouldn't take you a whole month to make that anyway. That's a different story. But my question is, don't pickle your head and do wrong comparisons. Am I making sense to you? Do you want me to tell you how much it take? How much you going to need to make $50,000 a year platinum income? You figure it out. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's ROI income. Now let me ask you this: if you have a $100,000 savings account, can you pass it to your kids? Sure you can, right? If you own a couple of houses, can you pass it to your kids? Sure you can. Am I making sense to you? I'm a project manager, IT. Can your son becomes 18-year-olds? Can you pass on the project management to them? Oh, you're Joe's son, man. Congratulations, you're a brand new project manager. Do you think that's going to happen? Not really, isn't it? True? Am I making sense to you? Okay? You got to understand that, guys. However, you put together a business. Do you think you can pass it to your kids? Yes. Oh, heck yeah. As a guy, his name is Jody Victor. His dad was Joe Victor. He was a Crown Ambassador. Jody Victor goes Crown Ambassador on his own. Then they merge the business. Wow. His son is right now a diamond in the business. Hasn't merged it yet. As a couple this year, brand new crowns. Arjun and Mohinder Baraj. Physicians from Toronto, Canada. Patient of theirs showed them the plan. 2 years goes Founders Emerald. Starts building a market in India. Brand new crowns. Okay, they were triple diamond. Their son was a qualified emerald. They merged the business eventually. They're crown IBUs in business this year. Check this out. He got started at 58 years old. Signed up at 58. He's in his 70s right now. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's a ROI income, return of investment income. Don't pickle your head with, oh, he's just making $2,000 a month and I'm there. Oh, really? Let me see you make that from some investment. Does that make sense to you? So get your head straight in the game. Understand what's happening. Clear? Next thing. The game is on, but you got to participate. This is not an observatory sport, it's a participating sport. Am I making sense to you? Okay? The funniest thing in the business though, is the small things which pickles people's head. Do you know? It's never the big things. Do you know how much of chicken has stolen people's dream? No, literally, chicken. No, I'm not kidding you. Just stupid, dumb 50-cent chicken drumstick. Oh, I'm sorry, it's organic. Fine, $2 chicken. Do you know how much it has Hey, what happened Friday, man? I thought you were coming to the basement. Oh, no, man. Buddy of mine invited me over. Oh, really? What did you guys eat? Chicken. Hey, Saturday, what happened, man? I thought you were coming to the BBS. No, man. We had to get to the lake, man. We did a cookout. Really? What did you guys cook, man? Chicken. Stinking 50-cent chicken is still in your drink, do you know? Summer is pretty much gone. We are into fall now. What happened whole summer? Chicken. Yeah. Tuesday, wait, man, what happened? Open media they come. No, man, there was a birthday party. Oh, really? You had some cake? No, I'm not into sugar too much. What did you eat? Chicken. He wants how much stinking chicken has been stolen people's drink. Our daughter is like the oldest is 6 years. She'll turn 7 in November. Ask me how many birthday parties she has gone to for her friends in the last 1 year. Ask me. Ask me. 0. I remember one of her last parties, okay? She had the party to go. I had to get out of town. I had already scheduled. I talked to her. I said, honey, listen, I know I could take you there, but we can't. I mean, Papa has to go. I mean, hey, do you want to go to next year Hawaii? We got to go do the work. He's a 6-year-old. Papa, don't worry about it. You go to the plan. 6-year-old understand. You're grown up adult, you can't avoid a cake? Really? Why don't you send him a $100 gift card, skip it for next 2 years, show up on the 3rd year as a qualified diamond, instead of giving a $50 gift card, give you a $500. Why? You can freaking afford it. And tell him, sorry dude, man, I couldn't make it to your birthday party last 2 years. It's a $500 gift card to make it afford. I have a feeling he won't even remember you were there in the last 2 years. What do you guys think? But it's my best friend's birthday party. You got an invitation to fly to Paris, France, business class, paid by Amway for 5 days. I have a feeling my grad school roommates are not going to come to France. So what do you think? Should I cancel my trip? Can I smack your head also? Come on. You can't say no to a stinking chicken wings. When will you ever show up in Hawaii, man? Guys, business is not complicated. It's a simple business. Okay? You learn pretty much basic of the business today. Of course, once you start doing it, you'll figure the rest of it out. Okay? You know what pickles people's head is themselves. And I just came back from 3-city tour, and I mean, every now and somebody else, so tell me, what is the biggest struggle? You know what the biggest struggle is? You. My biggest struggle is me. What do you mean you, me? Means your inhibitions, your fears, your doubts, your own chicken eating habits. I mean, it's you. It's never the business. Business works. Business works. We know how to make it work. This team for sure, we know how to make it work. You understand what I'm saying? Now, whether what you participate or not, it's entirely up to you. Today you're fired up, tomorrow there's going to be another chicken. Dude, what happened, man? I thought you were making 10 contacts this weekend. No, man. I had 2 parties I couldn't say no to, man. Oh, really? What did you guys eat? Chicken. Let me buy you chicken for next 10 years. So you stop going to stinking parties, get you to Diamond. How about that? So you can eat chicken in Hawaii. Can we do that? We just booked our trip for Peter Island with the Vakils and the Kapoors, heading out next June. I don't really like eat chicken in Peter Island. I like the seafood there actually, it's much fresher. You figure it out. What's messing your head, you figure it out. Guys, you can't have highs and lows in this business. You come to a business, you're fired up, and then next morning you're like it's like 2 sides of your head, your shoulder. One guy's like, I'm ready to go. The other is, hold on, man. Why are you so excited? Sit down. Don't you know this is a scam? No, come on, man. Now we saw so many people. This guy really make money. Are you kidding me? They're just showing up to you. You have this stinking battle going on in your head, like for years, eternity. Some days I'm going to support my wife. Some days, I don't know. One more. Oh. You keep doing this. Up and down and up, and you keep messing with your own timeline. Nobody else does. It's you. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's you. Not a complicated business. You learn to use some products, learn to do some, how to make a phone call, how to show the plan, put a team together. Come on, in an era of social networking, where you're personally connected to 300-400, and you're cross-connected to probably over 8-10,000 people. Don't tell me a community of 40 to 50 with a 3-4 personal connection is a big deal. Seriously, don't make it a big deal. Does that make sense to you guys? Okay? Learn the process, make it happen. Okay, don't walk up and say, why should I build a business? Keep asking yourself, why do you do what you do? How many of you have an alarm clock to wake up in the morning? Be honest. How many of you set it up like 10 minutes advance? Just to trick your brain. I mean, it's not, you wake up, oh, I got 10 minutes. You know? How many of you 30 minutes? Like really, anybody 45 minutes? Yeah, some of you don't. How many of you have 2 alarms? Like just one goes off, like you hit it, and if the second one, just in case it fails, like that. How many of you have an alarm clock other side of the bed? Like you have to force you to get out. Like you push yourself so you don't go back to sleep. I mean, it's anybody know that? You know what I'm saying, right? Yeah. You keep doing that, and you think that's normal, and you think we are weird. Really? Can you believe that? What all we get used to in life? Can you believe that? And you think that's normal? You think I do that? Are you kidding me? Come on. I have a feeling body is designed, whenever it's rested, it will wake up. What do you guys think? You know the way you wake up on a Saturday morning? It can happen on a Monday morning too. It's going to happen for me tomorrow. I have a feeling. Unless one of the kids wake up, then I have to wake up, and then they have a job. They got to go to school. So we drop them, and then we come back, take a nap again, just to make up for the system disbalancing. You know what I'm saying? And then learn and do it. What's the big deal, man? Okay, you learn something new every day, isn't it? Right? How many of you are going to learn a new app? You're going to learn something new every day, isn't it? Our second grader, our daughter, last week got an email from the teacher. 7 apps she emailed us. Download it and help her understand. 7 apps. So they wanted to figure it out. Do you know that? I'm not kidding you. Ask her. 7 apps. Told her to download on the iPad and learn. Yeah. My preschooler. How many of you know there's a STEM program going on? Government is pushing that education. Preschooler. She had a robotics class. I asked I'm like, she's 3-year-old. What is she going to learn robotics? Seriously, she had a robotics class. I'm not kidding. See her. Did you know Forsyth County had this summer, 6-7-year-olds were having a robotics and coding summer camp? Did you know that? Anybody know that? 6-7 years were having it. I'm not kidding you. Do you know there's a 10-year-old writing an app to replace your job right now? No, it's true. I see it in my own house. I look at them, I'm like, oh, thank God, at least I don't have a job. The way they're going, I'll be out of a job if I had one. I'm not kidding you. Do you realize Uber expects you to download the app, learn the app, use the app, and help them make money? Have you realized that? And you're so genius, you use it and irritate us. You're not using Uber yet? Why the heck freaking you care, man? It's not your app anyway. You got to learn something new every day, folks. You don't have a choice. That's the world we live in today. So what's the big deal learning how to make a phone call, how to go sow the plant and answer some dumb questions? What's the big deal? I mean, how complicated can it get? Let me show you something. I posted it in my Facebook group. I know some of you saw it, some of you haven't seen it yet. Let me show you something. Let me show you how complicated this business is. Okay? You guys ready? Let's see this thing. Oh, this is going to be awesome. Where'd you go? Oh, there you go. Here's a 20-year-old qualified diamond, single lady from Malaysia. How old? 20. There has to be a complicated business. What do you think? 20-year-old single guy. Look at it. Brand new diamond. Can't be that complicated, can it? Think about that for a second. Not platinum, not emerald. Diamond. Can't be that complicated, is it? Are you guys with me? Does that make sense? So learn and do. What's the big deal? Like I said, you're going to learn something new any day. Those of your kids, you expect your kids to learn something new every day. But as grown-up adults, you stop learning. I don't think that's fair. You're expecting 5-6-year-olds to learn new every day and you don't learn. Why is that fair? I don't think that's fair. Am I making sense to you? Guys, listen to me. It's not a complicated business. Do you have to work hard? Come on. You're going to work hard no matter what you do in life. Do you think working till you're 65-year-old is any less hard work? Are you kidding me? You have bone ache, backache, headache, and you still going to work, carpal tunnel syndrome, still go. That's not any less hard work. You're going to do hard work no matter what you do in life. Fair? So what? Why not put it in for a couple of years? Hey, even if you don't go diamond, don't worry about it. At least make $80,000, take care of your family's finances. So at least that is taken care of. Even if you don't go diamond, don't worry about it. That's an ambition issue. But taking care of your family's finances, I think that's a necessity issue. What do you guys think? Am I making sense to you guys? There are enough people stuck on that 85 any point of time for you to go diamond. Seriously, I'm not kidding you. Like how many people stuck on I-85? Like at least once today, like every day. Like you know what I'm saying? Like no matter where you go, you get stuck. You know what I'm saying? I'm like seriously, it's a 6-lane highway. You sit in the middle, imagine 3 legs this, 3 legs this. Think about it. It's like any cross section is 6 legs right there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, how many do you need, man? It's not that hard, man. Come on. Yeah, some will say yes, some will say no. What's the big deal? Some of you are way too worried about who is not getting in instead of focusing on who is getting in. Come on. Am I making sense to you? Microsoft just laid off 13,000 people. Do you think they're worried about the guys who quit, or they're worried about the guys who with them, what to do with them? What do you think they're doing? Think about that for a second. Am I making sense? Last thing, I'm done. Started Microsoft, so I'll give you the example. Okay? Nadella became CEO of Microsoft last year. Since he has become CEO of Microsoft, they acquired Nokia and then eventually fired an entire 13,000 employees of it from their company. Okay? Seriously, in the last 1 year, Microsoft has fired over 15,000 employees across the globe. Google's original founders just realized they've been messing around with too many things. So they made a parent company called Alphabet, ABCXYZ. And then they made the original Google to Google Minus. They call it Google Minus right now. That's the internal joke, okay? The core group, the Android, the Chrome, they got a new guy to become CEO of that. Sundar Pichai became the new CEO. The funniest part was, Pichai didn't even join Google until Google went public. He's not one of the original guys who launched Google. He came way later in that. When Steve Jobs came around to Apple computers, when you thought of Apple, you thought disaster. You didn't think growth. Nobody will buy it in stock. He had to reinvent the whole company. I can give you example after example. Any business can be fixed. You figure out what you need to fix. Maybe you might have to lay off 13,000 things out of your life. Too much chicken, man. I don't know. What are you going to do? Maybe you go to Google Minus. Means maybe you might have to go back to your core things. You're doing too many things. You do too many. Basketball league, softball league, badminton league, bowling league. I mean, come on, man. Can you focus? Can you sit down? Can you regroup? Some of you worried the original guy who took you 1,000 people quit. Do you realize the new hero of Google wasn't even there until Google went public? Think about that for a second. Guys, do you know the original guy put together Windows, gone long time ago? The Windows 10 team which launched Windows 10, and none of them were there when Windows 98 launched. Do you know that? None of them, pretty much none of them were there. Do you know that? But Microsoft has moved on, isn't it? So I don't know what you got to fix in your life. The beauty of it is any business can be fixed. So what you choose to fix is entirely up to you. So it's beginning of new fiscal year. How about you sit down, regroup? If you're single by yourself, if you're married by husband, wife, hey, what do we need to fix in our life for us to fix our life, fix our finances? How about you regroup? How about you figure out what are you going to do to fix your finances? Beauty is any business can be fixed. Am I making sense to you guys? Heartland says nothing yet. Okay, I know we're going to put 500. That's a joke, man. Come on. I was in Chicago on Tuesday, 60 guests. Madison next day, 48 guests. Minneapolis the next day, 58 guests. Like in 3 days, we literally showed the plant to 150 guests. More than that. 3 days, not 3 months. 3 days. What's the big deal? All you need is 10 people who are willing to put a 40-50 people team. You're done 500. And I'm sure we have more than 10 here.
Yep.
Right? So let's make it happen. See you guys in FED.